almost every guy you know will never have his dream dating life. Men are gonna fail and even more are just gonna fucking give up. The journey to getting better with the opposite sex isn't an easy one, and there are so many roadblocks and anchors holding you down, trying to take you back to a dating life that you can't control, settling for partners, settling for a life not of your choosing, succumbing to the weight and pressure, letting yourself date whoever the fuck ever. At any point, there's constant passive energy trying to subdue you and take you down. So why not give up? Why not ever chase this goal? Why are you doing this? If you are one of those idiots that decides that this is your journey, that you want to improve the opposite sex, this is your video. These are the 8 roadblocks that hold men back from achieving their dreams with women. Welcome to the New York City Seduction Bootcamp, July 1st through the 3rd. That's right, the weekend of 4th of July. 3 days in the Big Apple, talking to gorgeous models, going to the biggest clubs. During New York's biggest event, we'll be working on your charisma, your approach, your masculinity, making you more attractive to the opposite sex, helping you design your dream dating life. There are only 3 spots left for this event. Payment plans are available. If you're interested, text NYC to 702-841-9909. I look forward to hearing from you. You tell yourself that if you wanted to, you could get really good with the opposite sex, but you're not a bad guy. You're not a douchebag. Instead of accepting the truth that you're not strong enough yet to achieve this dream. It takes too much willpower. It's too scary to do, to go talk to a random stranger, to go talk to a girl. It's not that I'm afraid to go talk to that girl. It's that if I was to do it, I'd be such an asshole. I've seen men do such things as backwards rationalizing loving overweight chicks when they've never even dated a model or had sex with a gorgeous girl. No, it's not the fact that these are the only women I can get. It's that I choose them because this is totally my type. Friends that want to hold you back. It's scary to see your friends level up when you're that individual that is stuck and stagnant. If you see your friends achieving their dream, chasing things out of the realm of the possible, or doing what you deem to be inauthentic to that individual, you're gonna attack them, you're gonna come after them. Not knowing that this guy is trying to evolve, trying to get better. No, instead you're gonna be an asshole and you're gonna try to hold him back. That's not you. You don't dress like that, you don't speak like that, you don't talk to these kind of girls, you don't eat healthy, you don't meditate. You're gonna attack him and ankle bite him until he gives up. Friends, family, bosses, people do this to each other and it's god awful. Crabs in a bucket pulling each other down. You have to be ready to lose friends because if they're willing to treat you this way, they were never friends to begin with. Habits. Your environment has habits, cues and habits. You wake up in the morning, you get out of your bed, you brush your teeth. You start thinking to yourself certain thoughts. You ruminate about the day, you get in the car, and when you get in the car, you have a certain emotional feeling of a certain person you're supposed to be. When you get to work, your boss talks to you. You have a habit of being a certain person. Now here I am telling you that you have to become somebody different. How are you gonna become somebody different when you have all these people expecting you to be somebody? Your mom's expecting you to be the good old boy. Your brother's expecting you to be an individual that is very quiet and shy. When you're at work, they want you to supplicate. They want you to bow and scrape. And this all becomes habitual. You get very used to moving and speaking in a certain way. Then when you come to me for coaching, what happens? You resist, and you can't do it. You might even know intellectually and mentally how to do it, but you cannot do it for the life of you because it's inconsistent with past action. You have a cue and a habit, and to break this habit the same way it'd be difficult to break smoking, you can't do it. My advice to both these last 2 points is to move, go somewhere else, leave. Get somewhere where you can find new friends, where you can build up new habits. Because a girl does not want a weak guy, she wants a strong man. And if you're in an environment that rewards you for being weak, you gotta get out. Action feeds ego, ego feeds action. This is psychology. Your brain wants to stay consistent with past action. And you've been this person for years, decades. Now after years and decades of being a certain person, of being a shy guy, of being weak, of being in his head, being bad with women, now you have to become somebody new. Whereas past experience has said, you are not this guy. You're the opposite. You're not supposed to be good with girls. Now's the time where you need to start ripping the lawnmower cord. Start little by little taking action to become something different. It doesn't have to be anything big. It could be something simple as eye contact, as being more expressive, as going out and talking to girls, just keep saying hi, giving her a compliment. Small actions lead to big. And as you keep leaning into this, a little thing such as eye contact is gonna mean now you start using pauses. Now you start feeling more confident. Now you start using hand gestures in a way that's powerful. Now you stop supplicating with your smiles and you develop boundaries and a sexy way of speaking. Your narrative. You have a certain person in your head you're supposed to be. Time to change it. A lot of people want to get into this and they want to stay the same person they've always been. You don't want to become somebody different. But here's the thing. Let's say this was an algebra equation. 3x plus 1 equals y. If x was who you are as a person and y is the outcome you want, you keep putting in the same equation over and over and over, putting the same thing in for x every single time. The same person you are is the same thing and then you expect a different outcome. Plain and simple, you need to change. Now this shouldn't be something that happens all at once because if you try too many things inauthentically, you're not gonna learn any one thing all that well or build a habit. It should be something very simple, something that you can practice while out and you can hammer home until it's subconscious, until it just is effortless. Jealousy. Some people will listen to a video like this and they'll get jealous. They'll start wanting to attack somebody because they view that person as having something that they can't have for some inherent value. Maybe it's their looks, maybe it's their height, maybe it's their race, maybe it's their intelligence, maybe it's their willpower, and you on the other side of the camera might look at that person and say, fuck you. No, you should look at that person in a way that I can do that fucking too. That person is no different from me. Nobody is cut from a different cloth. Nobody's cut from a different cloth. It's just how you decide to weave yourself. Weave yourself differently. Fear of change. Being the same is comfortable. Changing is scary. Deciding to do something that goes against your character. Deciding to stand in front of an audience, go approach a cute girl, to give her eye contact, to say, I like you. To become a leader, to start leading men. Whereas before, you were that person that cowered away from those situations. Now is your time to shine. You have to lean into that fear. That which you fear is your true north. If you do not lean into it, you're never gonna change. And so many people die on this mountain, never improving because they're too afraid to take that first approach. You know what? Cold approach could never work for me. I knew it. I've been doing this for 6 months, a year, and I've never changed. Nothing's ever changed. That's where you need to add quality plus quantity of effort. If you're doing the same fucking thing every time you go out, you shouldn't be surprised that, what? Nothing is changing. You're the same person doing the same thing you've done every single fucking day. And now nothing has changed? Are you out of your fucking mind? Of course it's gotta be the same fucking thing. Change everything. Sit down, pen and paper, write down what did I do today and how could I fucking improve. When people come to me and they complain and bitch saying that this stuff doesn't work, every fucking time, I ask them, have you done anything differently? Have you become somebody different? Have you tried doing a different approach? Have you tried out any angle you possibly can to improve? And the answer, resoundingly, is always no. If you want to get good at this, it's not going to be easy. It's worth the effort though. The journey itself is beautiful and the end goal is amazing. If you want your dream dating life, it's totally yours if you want it. Just be aware of these roadblocks. With that being said, peace.